So what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel once again. You know I appreciate having you here. Stick around for today's video. We are on the commute. We've gone to the back of the garage and we've dug out the beast. The little Super Cub is joining me today on this wonderful commute. Yes, I'm going to work, but don't let that get you down. I'm going to enjoy myself. And is there a better way to start than riding to work on a beautiful country lane on my beloved Super Cub? I don't think so. Maybe there is, but right now I can't think of one. I should have changed down a gear, but who cares? I don't care. The guy in the BMW X5 behind me might care, but I don't care because I'm on the Super Cub. I'm smiling. I am smiling, people. Roll it, drop it, bring in the title. The thing I find about cars, a lot of cars, or a lot of things around here, is they come up your chuff on the straights, but then they disappear on the bends. Let's see if the Super Cub can do its Moto 3 thing and just break the draft. Oh, it's just like the TT. That's right, people, we are commuting on the beast, the Super Cub. It's been a little bit dead over the last few months. Well, the bike's been a bit dead. I only found out the other day. I haven't ridden it for ages, but I went into the garage and it wouldn't start. Flat battery, I thought, and then I kind of worked out it's a flat battery in the fob. And then this morning I worked out it could be either. Who knows? Who knows? I changed the fob over and it started up yesterday. Got it out of the garage this morning and then it wouldn't start, it wouldn't turn over. So I gave it a good talking to and a stern word and said, come on my friend, we have to start. We got some missions this year, we have some missions. And it started. So now, even though I've got very little fuel in it, I'm going to risk it all the way to work because I want to charge up the battery without stopping it. And if it gets stuck at work, it gets stuck at work, but I don't want to get stuck halfway between, if you get my drift. So anyway, welcome to the commute. Beautiful country lane. The sun's not out. It was out when I left, but it's not out now. But who cares? I don't care. Do you care? Do you care? I bet you don't. I bet you do not. So let's have a little bit of an update, a run through, a little bit of a chat while we're on the commute, while we're enjoying ourselves, while we're relaxing, while we're chilling, before we get to the bit that just pays for stuff. That's all it is, work. It pays for stuff. No more, no less. Although I've got to say, weirdly enough, I'm actually enjoying myself at work. I don't know how that happened, I'm not sure. Maybe I fell over and hit my head, because I used to hate it, but now I tolerate it. We're at that level of toleration. And one of the reasons I'm out on this today is give it a little bit of a shakedown. It still needs a service. I've still got to drop the oil, change the filter, and give it a little bit of a freshness to it before the year starts proper, before the sunshine comes out and we get a little bit of heat, because I've got some plans for this little thing. I say plans, my plans as usual. They're in my head. I haven't actually put anything on paper, booked anything, or done anything about it, but they're plans nevertheless. You've got to hatch them somewhere, so why not in the head? So this at the moment is my Plan C bike for the Adventure Bike Rider Festival Weekender. I've got the new bike coming. I still haven't got that yet. It's actually here, it's in the country, it is a thing. I'm not making this up, you know, it is actually a real thing. I'm just waiting on some parts. The parts didn't turn up, and I said I didn't really want the bike until everything's done on it. All the bits are done on it, everything I need to be put on it. I'm trying to sort of like not give you any clues here, but basically there's some bits to go on it, and there was a little bit of a delay, and that delay has cost me over a month, maybe. I was hoping to find out yesterday, but alas I didn't. So who knows. And we got the bloody Jubilee weekend, so that's 4 days of non-working in a workshop, so that's 4 days lost again. So it's looking at, if it goes horribly wrong, worst case scenario, probably around the 19th of June when I pick it up. So I took my bike in and said, do you know what, just take the bike. I don't really want to ride it. I'm looking forward to the new one. I was hoping to pick it up last week, but it never happened, so just keep my bike. I've got bikes in the garage, I can ride those. It's not the end of the world, don't feel sorry for me. We're not having a bad time here, it's just a little bit frustrating. So then I went to plan B for the adventure bike, the ABR Weekender, which was the CRF 250, of course, the backup. And I say backup, that's actually a perfect bike for the trip, because they've got that 20 mile, 14 mile, whatever it is, off-road course, and it's got off-road tyres. I use it for green laning, so it's perfect for that. I just need to find a way of putting some luggage on it, and I have. I bought a rack for it. We've got a rear rack. I never thought I'd be held up by a cyclist when the bike is on the roof of the car. Come on, let's go. See, this is what happens. They get to the straight and then they speed up to a speed I can't get past, and then when you get to the nice bits they go so slow they hold you up. Don't understand it. I love bends. Anyone can drive fast on the straight, anybody. Right, anyway, back to where we were. Yeah, the CRF 250. I bought the rack for it, went to fit the rack. I thought I'd give the bike a service, give it a once over. I had a little look at it. It does need a bloody good clean, I've got to admit that. The CRF 250 is always minging, but I use it for green laning, I don't use it for travelling. But this time I thought, you know what, let's travel on it, let's give it some life, let's let it stretch its legs and get out there into the wilderness. But alas, the front fork seal seemed to have been a little bit blown, so I've got a little fork oil everywhere. I'm not sure how bad. I'm going to give it a clean up, give it a run out, see how bad it is. Thank you to everyone on Instagram. I put the picture up there and there's a lot of suggestions that there is a little tool you can get to clean it up, take the dust seal off, clean up the actual oil seal, and then sometimes it holds. Big up to Pezza as well for the tip as well. He said sometimes you can just clean it up and it'll last for the rest of the season. So that's what I'm hoping. If I can clean it up and get it to stop leaking oil, then I shall take the CRF 250 to the ABR Weekender. As I said, I've got the luggage rack for it. It's going to be a little bit touch and go how I put the luggage on, because I've only got a rack. I've got no panniers or anything like that, and I've got to get a tent and everything on. But we will persevere and we shall find out. And the good thing about the CRF 250, as I said, that 14-mile loop off-road is going to be good on that bike, because I've got properly nice tyres on there. They're good for green laning and I can have fun on that. I like that bike off-road. It handles really, really well. I've changed the suspension at the back. Front I haven't, but maybe now it is time I change the front suspension. Now it's blown a little bit. It hasn't done many miles, 3,500, 4,000, but mainly off-road and mainly a hard life with me on it. I'm not that light, you see, so it's had a hard life, that front suspension, hitting all those bumps and jumps and that. And I say the word jumps very loosely. I kind of leave the ground every now and again, but we're no Nitro Circus on this channel. No, we're not. Circus maybe, clown definitely, but Nitro definitely not. I know this is your favourite bit, some people. Brick walls, look, Union Jacks as well, sorry, Union flags. I don't mean to offend anyone. I know they're only Union Jacks when they're on a boat, and they're Union flags when they're flown like this. And you know why they're out, don't you? I know what you're thinking, Queen's Jubilee. No, they're just very happy that I'm riding through their village. They bring out bunting every day. I know, it's great, isn't it? I'm so popular in these little villages, you wouldn't believe it. I know they tell you it's the Queen's Jubilee, but it's only because they're embarrassed. They're embarrassed that they're my super fans. And I don't blame them. I'd be embarrassed to be a super fan of mine. Sometimes I'm even embarrassed to be me, but that's just life, isn't it? Right, now we're flashing with the fuel, so next fuel station I'm going to have to stop, otherwise I might not get to work. We're on 90 odd miles now. I usually fill up at 80, hundreds a push, but I usually take it easy for that last 10 miles on the flat. But I've got to go up a big hill. I've got to go, you can't see it on the GoPro, but I've got to go up a thing called Pebble Hill, which is quite steep. I'll only top out around 35 miles an hour. One down. Right, so back to where we were on the bikes. So if the CRF 250 is not available, then we're going on this, or Bambi. I haven't decided yet. I'll probably go on this, just because, I don't know, it's just funny, it makes me laugh, cheers me up. So it's not the end of the world. I think it's about 150 miles each way, 130 miles depending on which way I go to the ABR, Ragley Hall. So it's quite doable on this. If you have watched The Big Little Adventure, you'll know we've done some high mileage days on these things, so it's not an issue. My body's more of an issue, not the bike. The bike will do it fine. My body, on the other hand, I might have to lie in a ditch every now and again, have a little bit of a stretch. Oh, come on, I need momentum. So you put the brakes on. Alright, I'm going to hang back because I need momentum for the hill. So as long as they hit it at 40, I might be alright. Why the f*** are you braking? Oh my god! Now everyone's going to pass me. And now I've got to pass them all again. Right, back to here. Got distracted then by a plonker. As I said before, great in a straight line, not so good round the bend. Right, so this for the ABR weekender. Yeah, this is a distinct possibility at the moment. I can get the tent on here, I can get all my luggage on here. I've done trips on this before, it's fine. And I will take it on the off-road course. I paid for it, so I'm not going to waste my time, am I? So if I do go up on this bike, I'm going to do 14 miles off-road on this. I might get some knobbly tyres for it before I go. If I can, I don't know if there are any available. Let me know down in the comment section if you're a SUPERCUB owner or a CT owner. What's a good set of tyres for off-road? I've got to ride a lot of road to get there, but when I get there, 14 miles off-road, so I want kind of a happy medium. These are brilliant tyres. I say they're brilliant, they're crappy tyres, but they do the job for this. They've never let me down, they've never skipped around or done anything, so they're grippy enough. I've never had problems, but I would fear in the mud a road tyre will not be so good. Just putting it out there. I think it's based on science, my opinion, or just the fact that I fall off a lot. It might actually be based on that more. But let me know down there. Set of tyres for this for off-road, and then I'll see if I can get a set. So if I do take this, we're going to have some fun. It's going to be a good weekend anyway. Who's going? Let me know in the comment section. Drop that down there. Who's going to the ABR festival, the weekender, the Adventure Bike Rider weekender? I know there's quite a few people going, so it should be a laugh, but oh dear, I'm looking forward to it this year. I hated it last year, I've got to be honest. I thought it was one of the worst things I've ever been to, not because of the people, not because of anything apart from the facilities. It was oversubscribed, there wasn't enough toilets, queuing 2 hours to go to the toilet is just disgusting. They got caught, I think, last year. I think they got caught out with the numbers they sell, because my tickets were carried over from 2020 into 2021 because of COVID, and then they sold tickets on top of the people that kept their tickets. So I just think it was bad organisation last year, or they were caught out. Let's just say they were caught out. I think they ran out of beer, they ran out of food, they ran out of toilet facilities. I left early on the Saturday, I didn't even stay to the Sunday, so I stayed one night and then went. But I was feeling rough last year, I was ill and had a lot of problems, but we won't go into that on this video because it's a bloody cheery one. And this year I'm pretty sure the ABR is going to be top notch. If it's not, I'll duck out again, doesn't bother me. It's just one of those things, it'll either be good or bad. The people are going to be excellent. The people I know that are turning up, fantastic. The people that are doing talks, fantastic. I'm looking forward to heckling some of those. Yes, beware people, I might be in heckle mode, but it's all going to be good fun. It's going to be a good laugh. Better than staring at the back of this truck, that's for sure. And on that note, I'm going to end the video. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, to share, to do all those things that you need to do. Also hit that notification bell so you guys can get the drop on these videos. I shall see you on the next one. So from me and the beast, you know I love you all. Stay safe, fish out.
Get all your bags, get out my house. I don't want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong. So go ahead, get gone. Get all your bags, get out my house. I don't want your stuff around. I never did you wrong, but you did me wrong. So go ahead and get gone.